Welcome to our channel. When you work side by side with the world's most famous stars, even professionals can find it difficult to contain their feelings. But even if a strong friendship struck up between you on the site or a spark flared up, this does not always translate into real relationships. We are talking about actors who admitted that they were in love with their colleagues during the filming of films or TV series. Jennifer Aniston and Jake Gyllenhaal. Jennifer Aniston is really hard to resist, and another proof of this is Jake Gyllenhaal. Back in 2002, the actors played together in Good Girl, and 14 years later, Gyllenhaal admitted that he had fallen in love with his colleague, but at that time she was married to Brad Pitt. He told about this in a personal interview, but not Aniston herself, so due to Jen's possible ignorance, we could miss the chance for a very hot Hollywood couple. Helen Mirren and Vin Diesel. Given the success of The Fast and the Furious and Vin Diesel's charisma, it can be assumed that the actor is in love with girls all over the world, but the fact that British actress Helen Mirren is one of them is clearly discouraging. The fact that she fell in love with her colleague as soon as she saw him, Mirren admitted in 2015 during a talk show. According to the actress, she was delighted with Diesel's wit, charm and wit when they first met, and she still loves him very much. Of course, all this looks more like a joke and platonic love, but there is some truth in every joke. Kristen Stewart and Amy Adams. You might have expected to see the name of Robert Pattinson, whom Kristen Stewart dated while filming Twilight, here, but the actress didn't remember a colleague when she was asked in 2013 which actor she was most in love with. Then Stewart called two names, Harrison Ford and Amy Adams. Of course, it's hard not to fall in love with Han Solo and Indiana Jones, but Kristen was much more uncomfortable with On the Road, where she played alongside Adams. According to Stewart, Amy Adams has always been and remains her favorite actress, and since in addition to that she has always had a crush on her, it was extremely difficult for her to interact with a colleague on set. Zac Efron and Rose Byrne. When Zac Efron starred in the comedy Neighbors, on the warpath, he immediately fell for his colleague Rose Byrne, who has been in a relationship with Bobby Cannavale for many years. Despite the fact that at that time Efron was dating Halston Sage, who also played in this film, he later admitted that he was deeply impressed by Byrne, as he has a fad about Australian women. Zac also called her completely magical and admitted that she emits a kind of light that is difficult to learn in any way. Mandy Moore and Shane West. When the melodrama, A Walk to Remember, just came out, it did not have a huge success at the box office, but over time it won universal love and became popular. In 2017, the cast of the picture was interviewed on the occasion of her 15th birthday, and it was then that Mandy Moore, who played Jamie Sullivan, admitted that she was madly in love with her colleague Shane West, who played the role of Landon Carter. He himself only admitted that he had strong feelings for Moore as an outstanding person and a good person, but he kept silent about the romantic side of the issue. Noah Centineo and Lana Condor. The on-screen chemistry between Noah Centineo and Lana Condor's To All the Boys I've Loved Before characters seems unreal, and it is in part because of her that Netflix's teen rom-com is so successful. We remember that their on-screen characters Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky specifically agreed not to fall in love with each other, but few people know what happened in real life. Before filming, Noah Centineo and Lana Condor spent some time getting to know each other, and then an obvious spark flashed between them. True, Condor immediately opposed the further development of this venture, and Centineo himself agreed that now they should not start a relationship in order to maintain professionalism and not harm the production of the trilogy. Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer. One of the most talked about moments from the Friends special was Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer's admission that not only Rachel and Ross were in love, but the actors themselves had strong feelings for each other in real life. And this became known 21 years after the release of the series. The presenter James Corden brought up the conversation, saying that such hot and successful young actors simply could not do without off-screen romances. And then Schwimmer said that during the filming of the first season he was in love with Aniston, to which she, without thinking twice, responded with mutual recognition. True. According to the actor, they were both in a relationship every now and then, so they never crossed the cherished line. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. They met on the set of the movie, The Last Song, in 2009 and feelings immediately flared up between the young people. The lovers got engaged and prepared for the wedding. But 4 years later, the shocking singer broke up with Hemsworth. Sienna Miller and Jude Law. Jude Law and Sienna Miller met on the set of Alfie in 2003. A year later, on Christmas Day, the actor proposed to Sienna. But the wedding never took place, because Lowe cheated on her with her nanny of his children from his marriage to actress Sadie Frost. In 2005, the lovers broke up. Later, the actors tried to renew the relationship, but nothing came of it. Mario Casas and Maria Valverde. After the release of the romantic melodrama 3 Steps Above Heaven, absolutely everyone fell in love with this Spanish macho. It was on the set between Mario Casas and his partner Maria Valverde that an affair broke out. And no wonder. How can you resist such a handsome man? The actors hid their relationship for a long time, but it is difficult to hide anything from the paparazzi. In September 2014, the story of one of the most beautiful couples in Spain, alas, ended. That's all for now. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be the first to know about the release of the new video.